A chance to crown a champion tonight. We've come upon Game 6 of the NBA Finals on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Hi, everyone. Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Clippers coming into play. They've got two chances to take home the Larry O'Brien Trophy, and the first coming here at home in Game 6.
Oh, this crowd is amped, and this is what you dreamed about growing up. You've got a chance to win the NBA Finals and celebrate on your home floor? Are you kidding me? But it's not going to be easy. They're in for a battle tonight.
To Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper stays out. To Richardson. He gets it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Leonard to Beverly. Joel Embiid. Huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Down for Smith. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Kawhi Leonard. Here's the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out. Oh, Ben Simmons missed his first. That one goes.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Leonard. The drive right to the basket. Off the mark. To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the mark. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 4. Leonard to George. The screen sets him up for 2. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard to Paul George. Has a look. Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Simmons into the front court. 2-point advantage. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Simmons with it. 10-6 our score. To Horford. Nothing going here on that drive. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Montrezl Harrell sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Nothing going here on that drive. Great pass to set it up. Josh Richardson, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Leonard to George. Fires the three. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Stuffs it down with authority.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Changes coming from both sides right now. It's PG for two. Paul George looking good. 4 for 5.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
It's LA Clippers ball. Paul George to Reggie Jackson. George, he made his first effort, but not that time. Harris to Simmons. To Horford. For three, his first effort off the mark. He was hacked. They let it go. Nothing going here on that drive. Horford, not easy.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Paul George fires. Paul George. He's now shooting 5 for 7. $15-footer at the buzzer. Final shot of the period. Almost. It would have counted, but no good. Time's run out here in the first quarter. One quarter in the books, and Jay, naturally, both coaches wanted to get more stops. But boy, was that fun to watch.
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
Off the assist.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Jackson with it. Right now, down 7. Here comes the screen. George. They'll get it down low to Harrell. And the finish. Slam dunk.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. 56% for his career. Missed the foul shot. Jackson with it. They trail by 7. To Williams. PG lets it fly. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball.
And a putback slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Williams. He'll get it down low to Harold. Joel Embiid tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And the basket good at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Gets it in the right corner. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Williams to Jackson. Oh, they call goaltending. Count it. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Sizing up the defense. Harris to Embiid. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Jackson with it. Trailing by 10. To Marcus Morris. Williams. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Substitution being made in this one. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. George lets it fly. Can't connect. Smith with it up top. Lead stands at 10. Fires the three, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Paul George, 4-2. Won't go. To Embiid. 4-3. Not going. Slams it home on the putback. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To Paul George from long range. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
That's off the side of the rim. Short to Beverly. Leonard. And one. Embiid. Good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Beverly to George. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Trying to cash in. Josh Richardson. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. Lets it fly from long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Paul George to Marcus Morris. Joel Embiid swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
George to Leonard. Oh, he had it.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Simmons to Richardson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time. Clippers have the basketball. It's George for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Embiid. And it's Harrell who comes away with the rebound. So, Game 6 now at the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The 76ers didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Clippers have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse.
At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Assists.
The Philadelphia 76ers are a team that's playing unselfish basketball and reaping the benefits. Great chemistry from these guys in the opening half, and it bodes well for them moving forward.
Simmons is doing the most sharing with his teammates.
Player of the half.
Simmons did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
fellas. Back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Simmons to Richardson. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kawhi Leonard, 3 for 6 now.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Simmons to Embiid. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Here comes the screen. George off the mark. No good. To Tobias Harris. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Terrific vision. Patrick Beverly. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Gets it in the left corner. Josh Richardson. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Strong finish for Paul George. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ballgame.
Oh, Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Beverly to Paul George. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Tobias Harris. Simmons, deep left corner for 3, and the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. Josh Richardson with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That one off the mark. It's no good. George. That's rebounded by Embiid. Has a chance. A shot no good by Harris. Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. George. Not that time. He misses. Philadelphia with the basketball. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Now a steal by Philly.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Richardson, shot off the mark. Good defense. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Leonard knocks down the 3.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for three. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Al Horford sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Simmons to Horford. Fires the three, and Al Horford always seems to find a way. Hits the contested three.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Hey, he been screening all day. You gotta see that.
Williams. And the rebound pulled down by Simmons. To Horford. Trying to cash in. Almost, but no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Here comes the screen. 4-3. Al Horford snares the rebound. Into the front court comes Simmons. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. To Horford. From long range. Smooth part of his game. Al Horford drills the catch-and-shoot three.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. It's PG for two. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
That's the end of the period, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Nothing going here on that drive. To George. Lets it fly from long range. And Paul George. Not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Can't go down. Smothering defense. Williams to Paul George. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Paul George fires, gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Richardson. Fires the three. That's good D. Shot no good. Lou Williams. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
I can tell you what conversation he just had in his own head. I had him. I mean, I thought I had him.
Simmons to Embiid. Nice pass to get things going.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Won't go. To Tobias Harris. For three, now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Lou Williams. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
See, because he's not trying to easily work his way into the game. He's being aggressive. And when you apply that kind of pressure on the defense, inevitably they will start making mistakes.
To Simmons. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Williams across the timeline. 14-point deficit. Simmons. Paul George snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Lou Williams at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play, and the lead down to 11. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Just off the mark.
And this guy's going to come out of this game with bruises all over his body like a major heavyweight fight. He took some hard fouls in the first half. That's really deterred him from being aggressive.
Driving right to the basket. Lou Williams. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Simmons to Embiid. Able to convert inside.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Paul George to Leonard. Has a chance. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Richardson. Beyond the arc for 3. Jay, you had to figure sooner or later one of those threes was going to go down.
I don't know. I'm a little bit beside myself that he kept shooting the ball at that clip. I mean, when you miss that many shots in a row, you usually try to get to the rim, see the ball go in, then go inside out. But obviously, that's not the case.
Patrick Beverly at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 76% from the line. First one, count it. gets both to drop at the line. Goes to the left side. Fires the three. Smothering D.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
To Beverly. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Embiid. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Leonard. Has a look. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Oh my goodness! Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Textbook defense. Here's Leonard for 2. No good. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. He'll take the ball out of bounds.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Embiid. Now here's an intentional foul. So free throws coming up in what is an 8-point ball game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. It's LA Clippers ball. They get it to George. Down low. Strong finisher, Paul George. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Josh Richardson buries it.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Hits the late 3 at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. The Sixers are victorious. They've won their 18th NBA title, the most of any franchise, and their first since 2008. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers
Almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. And it's surprising. We got such a competitive game when they hit so many threes, but they did what was necessary to finish it off.
Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Clippers.
Just couldn't close this one out.
They definitely could have won a three-point contest with the way they shot the ball here today. But the goal was to win the game. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Simmons.
It's a choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.